Actually, before we start, I have to say something.
Go ahead.
Ricardo contacted me and he was like, I like the project. We scheduled a call, we have a conversation. And then he was like, I'm not sure, bro, if I can come, because I mentioned that you only interview Asians. And then I was like, no, we have this dude, Sammy. He is from Pakistan. And then you were like, that's Asia too. And then
As a foreigner, I'm sorry, DouYing is just not it. Too many restrictions for me. For Xiaohongshu, simple. Like, I got my business license, uploaded the documents that I needed to upload in my name, and I'm allowed to sell on the platform like freely. Xiaohongshu, right?
So better than Instagram. So better than Instagram.
Thing about China, they care about their people first.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, they care about the people first.
We're also local content creators.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I'm also a local content creator. It's also not fair to be.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on Xiaohongshu right now, and Chinese people, they're like, "Welcome Americans, let me teach you some Chinese." TikTok refugees and foreigners are like, "Go back to your country." Like we, it's the foreigners actually who create content here who complaining the most, where other foreigners are coming now to create content in Xiaohongshu.
You know why? Because before we were the special foreigners, right?
Of course,
we were the local
course.
foreigners.
Yeah.
Okay, we want your eyes on us.
Why someone who born in paradise
I always get asked that question.
would leave the island?
Bro, I was always a guy that enjoys different things, right? The reason why I came to China was to try something unique. He saw me, hey, Ricardo.
No, I believe that's exactly how it sounded. Yeah. I know you're not playing, right?
He was like, hey, come here.
What was the first impression like when you just landed?
There was this guy who stopped us at the airport. We came late at night and I was supposed to show him some address to take us to the hotel. Bro, we were driving around for maybe like 2-3 hours in a random taxi and I didn't know any Chinese, so I finally told him, hey, I think we're lost. I said, Wi-Fi. I need Wi-Fi. Then we went on the computer. I showed him my address, the actual address that we needed to go to in Chinese, and he took us there. This dude charged us maybe like 6,000 RMB.
What?
Kid you not.
What?
6,000, bro. Because we got screwed. My first impression was, Chinese people, you cheat me.
Can you give more specific steps? Let's say if someone is watching it, right? They're really thinking about where to start. What is it? Is it to register a company, right? Or what? Contact the agent. Like, can you give me more specific, like step by step, in short, at least explanation of how you started, right?
Wants to start a business in China right now, don't think too much about it, honestly. Don't say I'll do it tomorrow.
What's the idea behind the name?
Idea behind the name.
Yes, ISNL. I see no lies.
I see no lies. I tell the story all the time. Be ready for the high competition. Surround yourself with people that you love and ensure that they show you that same love back. Make sure the love is reciprocated, bro.
Hello, world. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Say It Slow, episode 7. I think when this episode gonna drop by, it's gonna be Chinese New Year. So happy Chinese New Year, everyone. Welcome to the show. This is your favorite host, Jay. We have our amazing guest here tonight, Ricardo, the owner of ISNL clothing brand.
Yes, sir.
The style actually I personally like, and I wish in the future I can even purchase something from your shop.
Nah, man.
Thanks for joining and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro. I appreciate the whole wine and grape setup. I like it.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Actually, before we start, I have to say something.
Go ahead.
Ricardo contacted me and he was like, I like the project. We scheduled a call, we have a conversation. And then he was like, I'm not sure, bro, if I can come, because I mentioned that you only interview Asians. And then I was like, no, we have this dude, Sammy. He is from Pakistan. And then you were like, that's Asia too. And then, yeah, so I'm happy that you are our first international guest.
Okay. No problem. Thank you for having me here, bro. Trust me. It's a pleasure.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure, though. To actually be here in the studio. I would see it on videos and, just imagine myself being there and sitting right in this seat. So trust
It's
me.
actually very different when you see it on the video, right? On the
Yeah.
socials, and then when you
Yeah.
actually hear, you see
Yeah.
it from inside. That's completely different feeling and picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, at the backstage, we talked about socials, especially now everything that happens with Xiaohongshu. And you also told me that you're using DouYing, but that's not your favorite platform.
Honestly, it's not my favorite.
Let's call it. Why?
As a foreigner, I'm sorry, DouYing is just not it. Too many restrictions.
What's the
Too
restrictions on
many.
DouYing?
It's like you need an operational manager, right? To be tied into the company in order to, I guess, fully equip yourself with all of the functionalities that DouYing can offer. And the operational manager can only be a Chinese.
All right.
Exactly. Because they need to present 身份证, the Chinese ID thing. And me personally, I'm a sole proprietor, bro. I want to do things on my own.
Yourself,
Yeah.
Of course, you want to do it by yourself. Of course.
I want my profits to go to me.
Yeah, right.
And obviously, I will disseminate whatever, whenever it needs to be disseminated. But yeah, that's quite challenging for me. For Xiaohongshu, simple. Like, I got my business license, uploaded the documents that I needed to upload in my name, and I'm allowed to sell on the platform like freely. I can use most of the functionalities. With DouYing, like I said, I need the Chinese person.
Yeah, the only restriction on Xiaohongshu for me is just the language.
The language?
That's all the analytics in Chinese.
Yeah, the analytics are in Chinese.
The creator center is in Chinese.
Yeah.
And with all this TikTok refugee thing, it's really interesting that, you can translate it, right?
Yeah.
So the following page and your own page, it's going to be in English. But the analytics and you know what? Terms and conditions. That's in Chinese.
Yep.
But I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Maybe it will influence them to translate more and integrate people.
Definitely.
It's a great platform, and it's not a promotion, but I was promoting for all of my friends across the globe, and I was telling about this app that
Xiaohongshu, right?
So better than Instagram. So better than Instagram.
Yeah.
Just for one function that they have, you know, when you press follow and you can see only your friends' posts without any advertisement of content that you don't need.
Yeah.
So beautiful. They're giving you this opportunity. If you want to watch the whole feed with all the ads, that's all right. If you want to just watch your friends, that's also fine. You have the choice. And
Totally
for DouYing, actually, someone told me that before there was a rule that even if you're a foreigner, you can register, but only after you have 500,000 followers. So create the good content first, and then then they're gonna give you this opportunity. But I think now they cut it off.
Now
they cut it off.
There are still a few loopholes, whereas I can only access certain functionalities after reaching a threshold of followers. It's like the same thing, honestly. And I have the business license. It's not like I'm going in with a personal account, right? I'm using my business account, and I'm still like, crippled on the amount of things that I can do, right? Just 2 days ago, before, I had no problems with withdrawing money after I received them from doing live streaming.
Is that the money? Wait, is that the money that you get just for the views, right? Not for selling your product?
Not for the views. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yes, for the views, and if they give me like gifts and stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They usually give gifts on live streaming. Tell me why. 3 days ago, I tried to withdraw my money, and now they came with something new. You need to tie this to a Chinese account now. You need to have a Chinese ID. I'm like, bro, come on. It's my money. It's my face. It's my money. Like, let me be.
Why do you think they're doing this? Why it's like that?
To keep it connected, to keep it united in China. That's the main thing about China. They care about their people first.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, they care about the people first. Communism, so they do. People first. And they would rather a Chinese citizen to excel rather than a foreigner to excel. Just being honest.
I think in this situation, they don't even think about foreigners. It's just not in their area of even thinking. So what they're
Basically.
thinking is okay, we have our people, like
yeah.
we're gonna try to make this platform work for them as best way if it's possible.
Yeah.
And the other people don't even in their mind of thought.
Yeah. I agree.
But actually, it's also interesting that we're filming this episode talking about TikTok refugees, and TikTok got banned today.
Yeah, it was today.
Yeah,
I saw
it
the
got banned
news
today.
So many people on Instagram made videos. Oh no!
Yeah.
They finally did it, right? So everyone was crying because it's a big thing in the US.
Of course, yeah,
Because
it's a big thing in the world in general.
Okay, in the world.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Because TikTok is like a source of income for certain people, bro. So it's like you're taking away years and years of blood, sweat, and tears. So do you know how many years some people took to build up the amount of followers they have now?
Of course,
in order to be
work
paid,
and time and everything. Yeah, a lot.
So they didn't consider all of that, bro.
And it's also interesting fact that I think a lot of my Chinese friends, they just figure out that you heard the thing that Xiaohongshu is promoting the content if you're from US, right?
Yeah,
we're gonna talk
on
about
my feed. I promise.
We're gonna, yeah. I know. I saw it.
Xiaohongshu feed. Everything is refugee, TikTok refugee, and a flood of Americans coming over to Xiaohongshu, which is not a bad thing. I like it.
There's one thing we're going to discuss just in a bit, but a lot of my Chinese friends, they figure out the way how Xiaohongshu promote American content at this point. It turns out that TikTok decided to also take some steps, and they've decided to promote Chinese content.
Yeah.
So now if you're Chinese and you're posting something from China, they're also going to give you views. And I have friends who open their TikTok accounts and they start booming too, like 40,000 likes, whatever, like thousands of followers, and they just got banned immediately after it happened.
Competition, man.
Exactly.
Competition brings out the good and the bad from everyone.
But do you really think it's good that the way how they promoting content from abroad now on Xiaohongshu? Because we just talked about people putting a lot of work, right? They spend a lot of time and their creative thinking on to create good picture, right? And now someone else just coming from another country, posting a picture, posting a selfie, saying hello China, ni hao, and then they get all the attention possible.
Right.
Do you think it's fair to those who create the content?
Fair to who? So
fair to locals,
content creators
fair
here?
Fair to content creators.
Honestly, no, it's not fair. I'm not going to be biased because obviously I'm a foreigner. So I'm not going to say, yes, it's fair. No, it's not fair. To the Chinese creators who are here now, who also work tirelessly to grow their followers, who also work like years and years and years and years and years upon years just to get maybe 5,000 followers, right? And now here I am as a foreigner coming in. Maybe the first week I have 1,000 followers. Second week, 5,000 followers. Third week, 10,000 followers, right?
Exactly.
Okay. It's not fair to the Chinese citizens.
And not only to Chinese citizens, we're also local content creators.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I'm also a local content creator. It's also not fair to be.
Yeah, I'm in the same. Who would think, right? Who would think that I'm gonna be in this kind of situation where I'm creating content in China? And actually, you go on Xiaohongshu right now, and Chinese people, they're like, "Welcome Americans, let me teach you some Chinese." TikTok refugees. And foreigners are like, go back to your country. Like it's the foreigners actually who create content here, who complaining the most, where other foreigners are coming now to create content in Xiaohongshu.
You know why? Because before we were the special foreigners, right?
Of course,
we were the local foreigners. Okay, we want your eyes on us. So now there are other foreigners coming in, tapping in. Now the pool is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're just making us to drop down low in the pool. Everyone else is stomping on us now. Okay, so that's what it is. But it's the reality of it, though.
Overall, even though I agree that there's a lot of things that they do that's not fair to local content creators, overall, I still think it's a good thing. I think any cultural exchange and connection with people that strengthen this connection is better than no connection.
Right. Dang, I'm shaking this table too much.
Cheers to that.
Appreciate it, bro. some good wine. But yeah, it's a good thing. Cultural exchange is also always a good thing when it's related to, ooh, let's see, making things better per se, trying to create competition.
Yeah, of course.
When there's competition, that means someone needs to be, I guess, in the front. And that also means someone needs to work harder.
Yeah, bring new ideas.
Yeah, bring new ideas, right? It brings in innovation and everything. So,
and that's good thing that that's actually how everything works here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Competition. That's where Chinese feel very comfortable because they know how to deal with these kind of things, and also open up a lot of eyes for Americans. I think people had a lot of perceptions on what's actually life here looks like. That's one of the reasons why I started this podcast, because I've been living here for a while and I'm traveling abroad, and I hear people asking me weirdest questions about China.
Like what?
I'm always giving this example about the taxi driver I met in Australia. I told him that I spent over 10 years in China, and he was like, China? So the army is really walking on the street? And I was like,
where did he get that from, though?
Bro.
Where did he get that from?
Yeah, and it's happening it was 2 years ago. Yeah. So with the modern technology and the internet and all the socials and the access to the information, people still have those perceptions. And now no one needs to teach them. Now they're doing it by themselves. Have you heard the thing, talking about cultural exchange?
Yeah.
Have you heard the thing Zhao C1A?
Zhao C.
The Zhao C1A. So Zhao C1A, Zhao like Zhao the morning in Chinese, right? Zhao C. Zhao C means coffee. C for coffee, right?
C for coffee?
C for coffee, right? Zhao C.
Really?
Yeah, and 1A, and 1A
what
means
does 1A mean?
Evening for alcohol. 1A. But now they changed it because now Zhao Si means morning for Chinese, 1A, evening for Americans, because of the time difference.
Yeah.
Xiaohongshu, people in China using it during the day, and then when they go to sleep, Americans using it during the night.
Nighttime, yeah.
So now it's Zhao Si 1A, but the meaning changed, right? It's now two different countries using it in completely two different time, at the same app.
Right.
Yeah, which is the real culture exchange. I think.
That influence is crazy.
It is.
It's just in a matter of days. In a matter of days, bro.
Exactly.
Dang.
And you also told me that you spent quite some time in America, right?
Yeah.
But you're originally from Caribbeans.
Yeah, I'm originally from the Caribbean, from the Bahamas.
From Bahamas.
The Bahamas,
beautiful
bro.
Place. Beautiful place.
Beautiful. I love my country. Shout out to 242. Shout out for 242. I'm pretty sure my friends are going to be watching it. Shout out. But
that's cool. I mean, the picture that I have about the Bahamas is just a paradise, right? White sand, beautiful waters.
Right.
Why someone who born in paradise?
I always get asked that question.
Would leave the island.
Bro, you're in paradise. Why would you leave that place to come to China? I was always a guy that, enjoys different things, right? I always had an open mind about things, okay? And the reason why I came to China was to try something unique, that was out of my comfort zone, right? When you step out of your comfort zone, that's when you start to understand who you really are as a person, right? And when I was in university in my country, the language courses we were given, we had to select Mandarin, French, Spanish, and Creole.
What is Creole?
Creole is Haitian Creole. Haitian Creole. It's like a French, but like a broken up French.
Okay.
Right? And I was like, I studied Spanish already in primary school, middle school, senior school. I don't want to do it anymore. French, people know French as well. Creole, I'm not so interested. And Chinese, Mandarin just came to me. I was like, let me try Mandarin. And I did it for that one semester. Then the next semester, the Chinese teacher, I think she went back to China. She came back to China.
Mhm.
So it was stopped, like discontinued. Then the following semester, we found another teacher. And then I was given the opportunity to come to China on a scholarship.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, when I applied at that time, I got rejected. I don't know why. The counselor at the time, who was in charge of the Chinese applications, he did something to my application, my online application. I was not able to come over that year. That was 2014. And then the next year, I was walking, heading to class. It was a Friday too. It was a weekend. It was just so strange. He saw me. Hey, Ricardo.
No, I believe that's exactly how it sounded. Yeah. I know you're not playing, right?
He was like, hey, come here. Are you still interested in the Chinese overseas program thing? I was like, not really, honestly. Last time, you screwed me, bro. Basically, you screwed me. And then I got like really depressed about it because I really wanted to, experience that opportunity, a chance. But I went home. I talked to my mom about it. I talked to my mom about everything. Literally, she's my best friend. And she was like, go for it. If you fall down one time, does that mean you can't get up, anymore? Now you're going to be disabled for the rest of your life, right? So I looked at it from that standpoint. And I was like, okay, I'll try again. Fast forward, 2015, I ended up coming to China.
Okay.
To study
cool. That's cool. Yeah, keep trying.
Keep trying. That's the moral of the story. Don't let, small things or any type of, let you down in life, bro. Just got to keep going.
Okay. Which university? You initially came here to Guangzhou or Shenzhen?
No. When I first came to China, I stayed in Nanjing.
Okay.
At newest, Nanjing 信息工程大学, right? Shout out to my newest alumni. I don't know if they're watching either. Yeah, I stayed there for 1 year. Loved it.
What was the first impression? Like when you just landed? What was the first stereotype that you were like, okay, this is not true, or maybe the opposite, or maybe okay, this is exactly what I was expecting.
Another funny story, buddy.
Okay,
I have stories for days, within China. Cheers to another story.
Yeah. I like good stories.
So I came to China. I was very happy. The stereotype coming to China was the people are impolite. Honestly, just that's how it was. I'm sorry, but that was my preconceived notion about China. They're impolite. They eat a bunch of random things that we wouldn't consider, healthy or something that we should consume. Upon arrival, I came with my friend Bijan. We didn't know any Chinese. The only Chinese I knew at that time was ni hao. Right? Ni hao, ni hao, ni hao, ni hao, ni hao. And there was this guy who stopped us at the airport. We came late at night. And I was supposed to show him some address to take us to the hotel. Bro, we were driving around for maybe like 2-3 hours in a random taxi. And I didn't know any Chinese. So I finally told him, hey, I think we're lost. I said, Wi-Fi. Yeah. I need Wi-Fi. Then we went on the computer. I showed him my address, the actual address that we needed to go to in Chinese. And he took us there. This dude charged us maybe like 6,000 RMB.
What?
I kid you not.
What?
6,000, bro. I paid 3,000.
Okay,
my
for
friend.
3 hours drive. Come on.
Honestly, I think I was wrong about 3 hours, but it was like
okay. It was a while.
It was a while.
Okay.
Maybe like an hour and a half. Maybe an hour and a half. We were riding around trying to look for this place. Hour and a half. And this dude charged us, I think, 6,000. I paid 3,000, and my friend Bijan paid 3,000. Every time we talk about this story, we laugh. Because we got screwed. 6,000? I could travel to like 4 different cities.
And that was years ago, right? At that time, you can.
That was 2015.
Yeah.
Years ago, bro. So my first impression was Chinese people You cheat me. You cheated me. Why would you charge me that much, right? He knows that at the time, obviously, he knew I couldn't speak Chinese. You know, I was basically dumb to him, stupid. So he's like, gotcha.
Yeah.
He's like, gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
bro. So that was my first impression. And also the pollution. The pollution at the time, 2015, horrible. Nanjing?
Yeah, Guangzhou was also not the best.
Oh
Guangzhou
my
was not the
God.
best.
Yo.
That was my first impression of the orange. It's weird to call it clouds because it exists at night.
Yeah.
So at night it's bright as it's day or something. And it's very, very orange. You literally can see it with your own eyes. But I have to say China did great job.
Yeah,
Great
great.
job on this.
Oh my
For
God.
this kind of a
Stupendous.
big city, 20 million
Stupendous.
people surrounded by factories and manufacture constantly, every day. Nothing like that. Nothing like that now. Even in
Perfect.
Beijing. Even in Beijing.
Yeah,
Even
Beijing
though
was
Beijing was even worse.
horrible as well. Oh my
It's
God.
a great job. I have no idea how they could achieve something
Beijing
like
was
that.
horrible. Nanjing, when I went there, I thought it was because I think we arrived like around the evening time, kind of,
Mhm.
and I couldn't see. I couldn't see anything when I looked out the plane, bro. I was like, bro, even by the airport, the pollution was horrible. Crazy.
But it's great. It's great when people actually understand that, you know, they're playing the long game. They understand that maybe in short-term profit, it's way easier for you to use, you know, some cheap resources and continue to be like that. But if you really play the long-term game, you understand how it's actually supposed to look like and how it's supposed to work.
How it's supposed to work out.
And yeah, they've done a great job on that.
Great job. Great.
You said that there was Chinese class in the Caribbean in the university in Bahamas, right? How is the Chinese influence there in general? Is like a lot
In
of
the
Chinese?
Caribbean?
Yeah, is it a lot
Sir.
of Chinese people live there?
Sir, Chinese people are everywhere, okay?
Yeah, that's
in the
that's for
mix?
sure. That's one thing.
The Chinese have a huge impact in the Caribbean region because they invest so much into us. They invest so much into us. And obviously, you know, when Chinese invest or do something for someone, it's never for free.
Yeah, that's
Never for free.
that's
bro.
one of the reasons why I'm asking you. Like, because if someone invests money into you, they expect this money to come back, right?
Expect.
So
Not all the time is money. Not
Yeah,
all, Not all
exactly,
the time
exactly,
is monetary. Bro,
exactly.
I'm telling you. So they expect the Bahamas to just give out free citizenships, maybe to you know, a couple 100,000 Chinese people to work over there. See what I'm saying?
So what do you think? Do you think it's a new form of exploitation, or you still think it's just how it works? It's normal. The business is business.
Business is business.
Business is business.
Business is business. Being honest. Once no one's getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
No one got hurt. Okay. We got what we wanted. We got a stadium. We got hotels. We got what we wanted. And they also got what they wanted. Free
Yeah,
game,
okay,
bro.
that's work.
Yeah,
That's
trade
work,
off.
and that's trade off. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's trade off.
It's a trade
Yeah, I
off.
also believe in this. As far as no one get hurt,
Yeah.
as far as it's a mutual agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything keeps fair. I think that's exactly how it should look like. Actually, that's
Trade off.
even though now I feel like globalization is going down and everyone is trying to
In China?
get everywhere. Everyone is trying to get clothes off.
Yeah, mainly
yeah.
because of COVID, to be honest. Mainly because of COVID.
COVID is one thing. I think I see it in Europe. I see it. I mean, what's happening in America as well. People are like getting, you know, kind of our world is our world. We don't want to get too much to the outside.
Yes.
But I still think that connection and globalization is the key because we're all living on this planet and we're all in this together, no matter what is happening.
All right.
Yeah, life in China is different.
Totally different.
At which point you decide that you might go further than studying and just working and start your own business?
Oh, that's three things. Now you just told me.
No. I mean,
Further studies.
After. No. I mean, after you, because you studied and then I'm pretty sure you didn't open the business at the next day, right? So
No.
I guess that you worked as well here.
Yeah.
What was the point when you were like, I want to do things on my own. I want to have my own project and my own thing.
To be honest,
Always keep it real.
when I got fired, when I got laid
that's
off.
that's
bro.
the moment when you understand that you need to do
Yeah.
things on your own.
Yes. When I got laid off, it ignited me more. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Before, when I graduated from college in China, I always had in the back of my head that I'll go home, get some experience, open up a few businesses, try, fail, and then succeed at something sooner or later, right? And then during COVID, I stayed in China. I didn't go home because if I had went home, I wouldn't have found a job as quick, you know, as I would want to. I stayed, found a job within maybe a month. Within a month after graduating, getting paid real nice. All right, like real nice. You know how English teachers get paid, like real nice. Especially during COVID, I'm in demand.
Oh yeah,
everyone went home and I stayed. Run me the check, bro. So yeah, I was getting paid. Lasted for a few months, and all of a sudden, literally all of a sudden, within like a 2-week span, hey guys, next month we're closing down. We're closing down. We need you all to find other places. We're going to cancel your visas. Even at that time, I wasn't even on a visa. That's a story for another day. But yeah.
Oh, so they fired you not because of you, right? Because
not because of me.
shut
The
down.
company shut down.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
expecting there is a story behind.
No, I'm a great worker. Come on. Nah, don't do that to me. I'm a good worker, bro.
Okay. So they got closed down?
Yeah, they closed down. And in my head, I was like, God damn, what to do now? Right? So I spoke to my mom. She's like, come on, RJ. She calls me RJ. Use your brain. You're a smart boy. Think about what you can do. Think about how you can make extra change on the side. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. So initially I was thinking about doing a trading business, like, shipping goods from China. Yeah, that's what mainly everyone does, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, just try to build on that skill, right? And I was in the works of doing it, planning, trying to execute. But at the same time, I only had like a month to prepare my life next. Because, like I said, I had the visa problems too. I had the visa problems. So I was thinking, should I go home or should I find another city to go to? At this time, I was in Anhui, Hefei. And I found some agent. They messaged me out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere. Hey, are you still looking for a job? We have a job in Shenzhen. Do you want to try out? I was like, God damn, Shenzhen. So far. Do you know where Hefei is? Hefei is like in the middle part, bro. Near Nanjing. And Shenzhen, all the way down here. So I was like, screw it. I don't care. My back's against the wall. I don't have any responsibilities. I don't have any kids. I don't have a wife. Right. So I was like, okay, let me just take the leap of faith.
But that's exactly what you said. Put yourself in challenge, right? Yeah, put yourself in challenge. That's exactly the moment happened when you have to decide what you're gonna do next.
Yep. And yeah, I took the leap of faith, came to Shenzhen, and I was there ever since. Now, as it relates to
starting your own business.
Yes, starting my own business, right? Minimalizing what I'm going to do. I was at my job for a while, liked it, but I wasn't getting paid as much as I wanted to be paid. So this was 2022. I was like, after a year, I'm going to leave this place, right? I'm a man now, right? I graduated. I need the money. Because I want to make investments, right? That's all what I'm about. I studied investments, right? So after that year, I switched jobs. I was getting paid a lot. Loved the job. Then at the end of 2024 or 2023, somewhere around 2023, I made up my mind. I was like, you know what? I need multiple sources of income. Like I really need multiple sources of income. I need to do it. Yeah, I need to be diverse. Imagine just receiving one source of income that like for a period of time. That's
and then
not
if
stable.
it get cut off,
Yeah,
then
if I get
you
cut off,
lost
then what?
everything.
If I get cut off, then what? Because I was in a situation, where it got cut off. Then what? Right?
Exactly.
So yeah, I just branched off from there, and in my head, I was like, you know what? I'm into fashion. I love looking cool. I love being comfortable as well when wearing clothes. So just start my own brand.
Yeah, outfit is important. I think a lot of people they treat it as like, oh no, I'm dressing up only for myself. Actually, do you believe that we dressing up for ourselves?
No.
Right. I also like when people
Women say
saying
that all the
this,
time.
I'm like you. The whole point of wearing clothes, it's for other people. That's what you do because you have an assumption of how other people will see you.
Yes.
And it's also depends. Is it right to say culturally? What I'm trying to give an example is, if let's say you grew up in an environment when everyone is wearing pink, let's just imagine, right?
I got you.
You also gonna wear pink. You're gonna assume that that's how you should look like, right? So you're not gonna do it for yourself. You're gonna do it because other people gonna perceive you like that.
I like that. It's the God honest truth. To be honest, like when most of the times, like when you're dressing up maybe like 30% for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
30%
Of course.
for
I like
yourself.
how I look in the mirror,
Of
right?
course,
As well.
yes.
Yeah. I want to be
30%.
confident. Yes.
That 70% is like, I wonder how people are going to think how I look, when I wear this nice watch or this, gold ring or whatever it is, right? Just being honest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. How you came to it? Did you studied it, or you just natural? Just natural good taste in fashion.
I'm not a fashionista.
Yeah.
I'm not what's his name? Who's a big fashion guy? Farrell?
Okay,
Farrell.
That's a completely different story.
Yeah.
And tell me, how can this dude look so young? He's like, what is his age?
He's almost 50.
He's
bro.
almost 50 years
He
old.
should be 50.
More maybe even than that.
Yeah.
We should double check later, but he looks so freaking young. And always looks
crazy.
good. Always
Like,
looks good.
His face structure, his bones, the way his bones are structured. I don't know, bro.